Hello, my dear students of first BA in Optional English. So in this video, I am continuing with Wordsworth's Lucy poems, and here I am the poem I'm talking about. Strange fits of passion have I known, and here the video is made for first BA English Optional students, first semester of Manglore University. So here let us have a recap. In the previous video we have discussed about, okay, she dwelt among the untrodden ways, the poem, Lucy poem, very important one. And learning objectives in this video, students would understand the Lucy poems again. Students would analyze the poem in context with poetry of romantic age. And what is our session outcomes of this video? Students will come to know about, students understand the poet's concept of love, how Wordsworth deals with the love. Students understand the theme and concepts of romantic age. Okay, contents here, there is a poem, an introduction to the poem, an explanation and references, and there are 5 MCQs are there. So this is a poem here, and always when we go through Wordsworth's poems, so we always could remember what is the definition of a poetry, as Wordsworth says. Okay, he defines poetry, because as optional students we are very familiar with these sentences what he says here, right? Please remember it in mind when you go through the poem. The strange fits of passion have I known, a very passionate poem here, right? Strange fits of passion, right? Strange fits of passion have I known, and I will dare to tell, but in the lover's ear alone, what once to me befell, when she I loved looked every day fresh as a rose in June. I to her cottage bent my way beneath an evening moon. Upon the moon I fixed my eye, all over the wide lea, with quickening pace my horse drew nigh, those paths so dear to me. And now we reached the orchard plot, and as we climbed the hill, the singing moon to Lucy's cot came near and nearer still. In one of those sweet dreams I slept, kind nature's gentlest boon, and all the while my eyes I kept on the descending moon. My horse moved on, hoof after hoof, he raised and never stopped. When down behind the cottage roof at once the bright moon dropped. What fond and what wayward thoughts will side into a lover's head. Oh mercy, to myself I cried, if Lucy should be dead. So here the poem ends here. So when I go through the explanation, please keep a text in your hands. Okay. Introduction to the poem. So this poem, right? This direct, unadorned lyric is one of the most striking and effective of many simple lyrics like it. Lucy poem. Wordsworth wrote it in the mid of the late 1790s, and included in the first edition of Lyrical Ballads along with Coleridge, we know it. This little poem, part of sequence of short lyrics concerning the death of the speaker's beloved Lucy. That's why it is called as Lucy poems, right? So here I go through the explanation of the stanza by stanza. In the first stanza, the speaker describes how he has experienced a feeling to which he refers ambiguously as strange fits of passion. Right. He claims that he would only share these experiences with his lover. and no one else, while nonetheless confiding in the reader because this is a mystery. This experience with his only lover, because this is his genuine feelings, emotions he only wanted to share with her. Second stanza, which talks about the speaker, reveals that he had a lover who looked how she looks. She was compared with fresh as a rose in June, he said, right? Every day. So she always looks like a fresh rose of a June. So a rose only fresh when it is a June. But Lucy, she was always looks like a fresh rose. He describes how, at some point in the past, he made a trip to her cottage where she was living, Lucy. So he was visiting her regularly. The speaker describes a nocturnal setting with the poem's first reference to the moon. Yes, always these are the symbols used to talk about love. Third stanza talks about the speaker continues to describe his journey. That evening, on his horse, he gazed upon the moon as well as the meadow he was crossing. So, the forest area he was traveling here. His horse continued to ride faster and faster toward his lover's cottage because the destination is very familiar to the horse and to the speaker, bringing him closer to the beloved paths that would lead him to his lover, right? Because we can symbolize that the heart is nothing, so the horse is nothing but his heart, which wanted to very close to Lucy always, right? So it is running hard, the emotions, the feelings, right? Stanza 4, the speaker continues the narrative by describing the presence of an orchard, right? So which is very healthy, seemingly bringing him closer to his lover's home. Yes, he is very near to her. He climbs the hill leading to her cottage. As he does so, the moon appears to both lower in the sky and approach the speaker. The moon, with every step, the speaker is brought closer and closer to his lover. Right, he is very near to the place. The speaker marks a somewhat a sudden shift in his narrative by referring to a dream. So actually it was a surprise for the readers. Right. He describes sleeping in a sweet dream that nature had blessed him with. It's a God gift, a nature's gift, but it is not clear at first whether he is referring to his night ride or a dream life or is drifting off to sleep as he rides. So he still is in a confusion. In the second half of this fifth stanza, he clarifies that in any case he managed to keep his eye on the moon and that continued to descend in the sky. So look at the imagery what Wordsworth uses here. How wonderful he is. In sixth stanza, the speaker continues his narrative by stating that his horse edged closer to Lucy's cottage step by step. As the cottage grows near, how it is. The speaker relates that the moon that had been descending slowly suddenly dropped from view behind the cottage. So as though it is looking like as a globe. So here we can see the moon sets here. So what is the negative imagery he is giving here? Here it concludes with the last stanza of the poem. The poet speaker responds to this the shock of seeing the moon disappear from sight. Why? What happened? So moon, maybe here compared to Lucy, so she was disappearing. He states that all kinds of thoughts can possess a lover's mind. All kinds of thoughts because it's a dream. Always a lover, though he has a love towards the person, though he has a fear, right? That love which makes him to feel that absence, right? Some are joyful while others seem to come from nowhere and maybe less than promising. Why these dreams comes, still we don't know. Upon this realization, he cries out loud in a moment of desperation. Yes, he cries, the speaker. He wonders out loud how he would feel if his beloved Lucy were to die. As though moon setting was the indication of Lucy's death. Right? She cries a lot. So here is the ending of the poem. Okay, hope you have understood the poem. I have explained in very simple words here. Here is a reference, and here is a multiple choice questions that are there. There are 5 questions, so please try to answer. This poem is written in the year. Yes, answer you know. Um, 1790. Question number 2, rhyme scheme of the poem is, yes, let's get back to the poem and just check out what is the rhyme scheme. Is it ABCD? Is it AABB? Is it ABBA or ABAB? Right, what's the answer? Yeah, it's ABAB. Third question, in the poem Lucy is compared to lotus, lily, rose, marigold. Which flower? Okay, yes, she was compared to rose, as fresh as rose in June, he said, right? Yes, fourth question. Oh mercy, to myself I cried. Here mercy means, the speaker says, oh mercy, to myself I cry. So what is the meaning of the mercy in context with the poem? The poet's begging for mercy, B. Poet's wish for mercy, C. The passion of the poet, D. The poet's calling for mercy. What it is? Answer is yes. The A. The poet's begging for mercy. Here's the last question. The poet wants to tell his experience only to into the lover's ear. Why? Why he makes it very mysterious? Because A. He loved the lover very much. He had a good liking for a lover. Only a lover can understand his pain. D. He believes only in lover. What is the correct answer? Yes, answer is C. Only a lover can understand his pain. That's why. So he wanted to say it in his lover's ear. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Let's continue in the next video.